Okay, let's talk about this boat. This is a Monterey M-65. It's 26.5 feet with about 2.5 feet of draft. So make sure that you're staying around 3 feet or deeper. This is a 300 horsepower Mercury motor, supercharged. And when you get here, it is going to be your responsibility to call me and video chat with me so that we can take some pictures and walk you through this boat quickly. And also, watching this video will be important about operation and what you need to know. Okay, we're on board the boat, and your first stairs to get on the ladder is right here. You'll just drop them on and off on the swim platform. When you decide that you're gonna take a swim, there is additional storage right here where an anchor will be. Okay. There's also some other items. Just make sure that you don't lose anything. All right, this is a tanning platform or bed. You can move it as a seat. When you are underway, it's very advisable to not be on the back. When you're underway, please shut this. Do not allow any children or anyone to ride in the back while you're driving. Okay, there is a cooler under here. It may be empty. You can get ice from them. You'll have to pay for that on credit card. There's an additional cooler here where we keep our personal items, so it's best if you use the other cooler. Store your garbage here. The battery switch to the back is here. Sometimes it's already on because they've just started the motor and moved it, but make sure it's on dual. When there's a back radio control, there's another radio control from the swim platform. Please replace all caps when you're done. There's a sink and a freshwater washout. Sink here, as well as in the head and up front. In order to turn on the water, you will click that button. This is the head. Only use this in an emergency. Obviously, you can go number 1 in the water. Use number 2 only in emergency, please. This is not meant for casual use. Additional storage in this area is where life vests are, right in the center of the boat. Open this and secure it. Now, it's advisable to keep this open while you're driving, but you can close it when it gets cold. We're in the process of replacing the bottom flooring, so don't worry too much about that. Please be careful when going under any obstacles or bridges that you do not damage this vessel. You will be responsible. When tilting the motor, please make sure everything is clear. When you are at the dock, if you notice that there is a line that is attached to the dock and tied to the boat, that will be the dock line and stay at the dock. Conversely, this line is attached to the boat with the loop and tied here because these dock lines are too short, so this belongs to the boat. Make sure it gets on the boat and the other ones stay. When embarking and disembarking and docking, make sure that we put our bumpers out. These are quick connect. When you're getting off the dock, go ahead and pull them out and store them under the seat. There are 2 of them. Both of them are quick connect. When you come back to the dock, pull them out from under the seat, put them back in before operating the boat. You should be familiar with the operation of the boat before you drive this. Here are some switches. We don't need to use this. This is just an engine hatch. Please don't open it. Blower switch doesn't work. Build should be automatic. If you find yourself taking on water, go ahead and turn it on. Shouldn't be a problem, shouldn't happen. And this is your navigational lights. Over here are your cockpit lights, docking lights. So if you come in at night, there's some headlights on the front of this to help you dock. It's your water system to turn on any of the sinks and washouts. Accessory light, accessory switch 1, I believe, turns on the speaker lights. We don't need to worry about either of those accessory switches. Here's your key and ignition. Here's your trim tabs. This is your throttle. This is also your trim. When starting the boat, make sure that the battery switch is on both. Turn the key. You will see everything turn on, and you'll see that we're at about a depth of 3.5 feet right now. This is a floating dock, so the dock floats with the water, so it can be shallow at times. We also have a depth meter here. Turn the key to start the boat. You heard the boat turn on. It is a quiet motor. The boat is on. One of the most important things to do on an outboard to make sure when you turn that on that it is spitting water out of the boat. If it is not, there's a problem. This throttle works like any boat. In order to move it forward or reverse while it's in neutral, you will need to push the button down. If you find that you turn off the boat and it won't start, most likely you are in gear. So make sure you're in neutral if the boat is not starting. There's a compass. You should not need this. Never lose sight of land. This boat is not meant to go offshore, but to stay in the waterways and off the beach. This boat does about 40 miles an hour. However, most of your speed limits are 25 and less. Please pay attention to your markers, your channel markers. Pay attention to your speed zones. Do not make this boat get a ticket. No wake zone means just in idle, and limited wake is about 4 to 5 miles an hour. The rest of the waterways are mostly 25 miles an hour or less, unless it says unlimited. Please do not use spray sunscreen or get any of the spray from sunscreen or bug repellent on the seats. As you can see, it causes damage to the seats. Use lotion or spray sunscreen when you are off of the boat before getting on it. Do not spray sunscreen anywhere near the seats or when docking the boat after hours or at any time. Please be very careful. You can pull in forward or backwards, whatever your comfort level is, and take the easiest spot. A lot of times these places get very filled, and sometimes you have to tie off to another boat. Please be cautious to not damage anything when coming in. When you are done with the boat, it's your responsibility to call me, let me know, take a video and pictures of the boat so that we can report any damage or no damage, so that you don't get in trouble for any damage that you didn't cause as well, okay? So again, I realize that these floor mats are deteriorated and they will be being replaced, so no responsibility there with these floor mats at this time. The best way to anchor is the anchor up front. Your rear anchor is inside here, and just tie it off on either one of those cleats. When turning on the boat, make sure that you take a picture of our fuel level. The level takes a minute to go up and should be full when you get it, but just pay attention to the fuel level after it settles and return it like it is. If the fuel is shut off here or not working after hours, we'll just charge you for the remaining